Good morning, children. The present unit, Romeo and Juliet. This is a tragedy written by William Shakespeare. So, William Shakespeare belonged to the 16th century, one who could be called as an all-rounder of English literature because he was a poet, he was a dramatist, he was a novelist, he was a playwright. So, there is not a thing which has been left over by him. There is a proverb in Kannada, ಆಡುವಂತರಸ ಒಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಥರ ವಿಲಿಯಂ ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್ ಬರೆದಾಗ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಲಿಟ್ರೇಚರ್ದು ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹಿ ಹಸ್ ರಿಟನ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. And this one is a play which he himself had dramatized also. Okay, so he was a playwright, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's preeminent dramatist. He is often called English national poet and the bard of Avon. His plays have been translated into every major living language and are performed more often than those of any other playwright. Poems also, songs and sonnets. Usually, you might have studied in the school. A sonnet, a poem which would be usually written after 14 lines, octave system. Kanda Padya in Kannada. So, you understand that he has written many things like this. And this is a romantic poet, but not a happy ending, a tragedy. Okay, here Shakespeare takes this, no, the story of two people, Romeo and Juliet. Okay, have you heard of any legendary classical love stories? So in India also we have Hiranja. Okay, so many. Okay, so like that, in what manner do these stories usually end? Usually the stories of love stories would end Devdas. So he used to call her Paros or something like that. Many stories which used to end with the tragical end only. Here also he has taken two noble families of Verona. Verona is one of the places in Italy. He has taken the Italian concept here. These two people, if you could see the picture over there, it would give you the image that they are very romantic and they are involved with each other. Okay, the two noble families of the royal families of Verona, and the name of the families were the Capulets and the Montagues. Okay, Romeo has belonged to the Montagues family and Juliet has belonged to the Capulets family. They were arch rivals, ಬದ್ಧ ವೈರಿಗಳು. ಒಬ್ಬರು ಕಂಡ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, they were arch rivals. They are not liking each other. So enemies ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನೆ. So enemies ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಒಬ್ಬರು ಕಂಡ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. So Romeo and Juliet belong to the rival families. Okay, and old Lord Capulet, he was a lord actually. So lord, okay, landlord or any person who represents the people council over there in those days. Nowadays, or MP, MLAs, like that, we used to call as lord in European continent. So, and he was old age, that's why he has been referred as old Lord Capulet. The old Lord Capulet was none other than the father of Juliet. So, one fine day, he had hosted a grand supper. SUPPER, supper. Supper means night food. Usually, we go into misconception that dinner is usually not had daily. It is occasional food of a special day or special food. It's called a dinner. Bhuri Bhojan. Okay, it's grand supper, which could be called as a dinner because it's grand food, grand supper. And though Romeo belonged to the family of Montagues, he was not being invited because nobody is going to invite the rivals. So old Capulet has invited many people, but he has not invited Romeo and his family members. Okay, so he was not being invited. But then also Romeo, if you could see the word Romeo, nowadays it is used like an adjective also. A fellow one who is not at all serious about life and always being back of beautiful girls, he is called as Romeo. Okay, so here this Romeo, he wanted to see one of the beautiful girl of the Capulet's family, Rosalind. So he has come there to see Rosalind. He has not any idea about Juliet till that time. Till that time he didn't have any idea about Juliet. So he thought of seeing the beauty of Rosalind. So he came over there by wearing a different pretended way, that is mask. So he attended the supper in disguise, Maravishna Kanda, in disguise to see Rosalind. Then accidentally, when he saw Juliet, one of dancing on the dance floor. So there he sees Juliet on the dance floor and is fascinated. Fascinated is attracted. He was attracted by the beauty of Juliet in such a way that after the dance he learns or understands he learns that she is daughter of Lord Capulet. She is daughter of Lord Capulet and she feels attracted to the man from the enemy family very later part afterwards. Even she too got attracted towards the Romeo, and this time this Romeo used to be always back of the girl only for getting some pleasure by talking to the beautiful girls and detaching from them, going again to another girl. This time he has become serious. This time he has become very, very serious, and he got involved with Juliet, and this has become a legend. This has become a legend, but till today 16th century story. So till today we are living after around more than 4 centuries. Till today we read it as a tragical love ending story written by Shakespeare, and it is regarded as the highest level. The following verses, V-E-R-S-E-S, verses means lines which are written in the forms of a poem which can be sung. Okay, so they are called as verses. Express the implicit feelings, extreme feelings, heartful feelings, the implicit feelings for one another, each other's feelings were expressed towards one another. As it was a play, it was having around 5 scenes. Okay, out of them we are having here first act, scene 5. Okay, Romeo, oh she doth teach the torches to burn bright, it seems she hangs upon the cheek of night. As a rich jewel, Merithioseer, beauty too rich for use, for earth to bear. So shows a snowy dove trooping with crows, as yonder lady overheard her fellows shoes. The measure done, I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers, make blessed my rude hand. Did my heart love till now, for swear sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night. This has been taken from the 5th scene of first act. Okay, where Romeo is expressing his implicit, extreme love feelings towards the girl. Who is the girl here? Juliet. So, he expresses his feelings by saying like this: oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. So here, archaic, that is old English use, has been used in certain lines of this poetry. Okay, the first archaic use here in this content given for you in the textbook is doth. Doth means does. It is the old English use, archaic anta. Anta ಪುರಾತನ ಶೈಲಿಯ ಒಂದು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಪದ ಅಂತ. Okay, oh she doth teach the torches to burn bright. What is torch actually in those days? Not like nowadays we are using any battery or the mobile torch, not that torch. The torch is a kind of a stick. Okay, it will be having the flame at the end, burning, that is that stick, and for that they will be use some cotton or the cloth that will be dipped into the kerosene oil or anything, and it will be lit fire, and that particular material which burns with the flames, it is called as torch. Okay, so she doth teach the torches to burn. What is the quality of a torch? The torch emits light. When the torch is having the ability to emit the light, when it will be lit during the dark, that is night time. Why? To kick away the darkness. ಕತ್ತಲೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಡೆದೋಡಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ದೀಪವನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಟಾರ್ಚ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಚ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಆ ಟಾರ್ಚ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಚ್ಚಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಬೆಳಕು. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಟಾರ್ಚಿಗೆ ಬೆಳಕನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಡುವಂತ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಜೂಲಿಯಟ್. Okay, so she could teach the torches how to burn bright, because how much brighter that the torch would burn, that much light would be emitted by the torch, and that quality of emitting light by burning brightly would be taught to the torch by the Juliet according to Romeo. Okay, now we have to go very precisely line by line, because we have to go through this. So what he says here once again in the first line, according to Romeo, his girl Juliet was having the ability to teach the torches how to burn bright and emit light out of it to kick away the darkness. That means that much brighter or very strong and powerful his girl was. Then it seems she hangs upon the cheek of night, as if jewel in Ethiopia, beauty to it for use, for earth to dear. It seems ಅಂದ್ರೆ looks, ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದ. It seems she hangs upon, here she refers to Juliet. Any feminine form is going to be referred in this poetry for the Juliet, and masculine form is being used for Romeo. So that's a feminine form. She hangs upon, where she hangs upon the cheek of night. So that is, it is just like, what is night again here? So night is nothing but darkness. Night is nothing but darkness. And she was hanging like the earring in any person's ear. That we will see in the next lines. So she was hanging upon like a jewel. She hangs upon the cheek of night. That is, if any lady wears the earring, it falls on the cheek. So cheek, chin. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಈ ಕೆನ್ನೆ ಅಥವಾ ಗದ್ದ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಕೆನ್ನೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಥವಾ ಗಲ್ಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಕಡೆ. ಸೊ ಗಲ್ಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಕಿವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಂತ ಜುಮುಕಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಕಿವಿಯ ಓಲೆ ಏನಿರ್ತದೋ ಅದು ಬಡಿತಿರ್ತದೋ ಆ ಥರ ಚಂದ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ. Okay, so it seems she hangs upon the cheek of night. That means she looked most beautiful for him among all the people over there, or she was the most beautiful girl in the world. For any person who is liking anyone would look most beautiful. For example, not only girl for a lover here, for a husband, his wife, for a father, his daughter, for a mother, her son, for anyone, whoever you like a lot, that time your beloved, maybe anyone, here it is girl, that is lovers. So beloved's eyes would feel the person who is in front of him, whom he or she loves a lot, look most beautiful or most handsome. So here in the case of a man, one who is observing his girl, so his girl was looking most beautiful for his eyes. So it seems she hangs upon the cheek of night, like whom? Like what? She was hanging, that is, she was looking very beautiful in the night time, as if she was like a rich jewel in the Ethiopian's ear. As a rich jewel, here he has used simile. What is simile here? Simile is a kind of a figures of speech which is used to show one thing is like another. He is like my friend. He is like my brother. She is like my sister. ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಸ್ತುವಿನ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುವುದನ್ನ ಉಪಮಾಲಂಕಾರ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ನಡ ವ್ಯಾಕರಣದ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ಉಪಮಾಲಂಕಾರ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನಾಗ ಸಿಮಿಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸೊ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕಂಡು ಒಂದು ರಿಚ್ ಜುವೆಲ್, ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಜುವೆಲ್, ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಜುವೆಲ್, ಇಟ್ ಮೈಟ್ ಬಿ ಇಯರಿಂಗ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಡೈಮಂಡ್, ರಿಚ್ ಜುವೆಲ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಆ ರಿಚ್ ಜುವೆಲ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಕಿವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಅದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬಂದು ಹಗಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾರಿಗೆ ಗಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೆ ಬಡಿತದೋ ಆ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಚಂದ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ರಿಚ್ ಜುವೆಲ್ ಇನ್ ಹೂಸ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಈಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಡೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಡೈಮಂಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ರೇಜ್ ಬಾಳ ರಾದರ್ ದನ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್. ಗೋಲ್ಡು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕಲರ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ, ಡೈಮಂಡ್ ವೈಟ್ ಕಲರ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ವೈಟ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕಲರ್ ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ? ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್. ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇದೆ ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ? ಡೈಮಂಡ್ ಆಗಲಿ. ಎನಿ ರಿಚ್ ಜುವೆಲ್ which is worn by here. Who was wearing according to him? An Ethiopian lady. Ethiopian lady ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು? ಆಫ್ರಿಕನ್ ಲೇಡಿ. ಆಫ್ರಿಕನ್ ಲೇಡಿ ಹೇಗಿರ್ತಾಳ? ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್. ಆ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ಲೇಡಿ ರಿಚ್ ಜುವೆಲ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ರ ಆ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ಲೇಡಿ ಕಲರ್ ಕಾಣೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜುವೆಲ್ ಎದ್ದು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ, ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಶೇಕ್ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ದ ರಿಚ್ ಜುವೆಲ್ ವುಡ್ ಲುಕ್ attractive and yet ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಇಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಹೈಲೈಟೆಡ್, ಎಂಪಸೈಸ್ಡ್. ಅದೇನು ಎಂಪಸೈಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೋ ಹಂಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಂಡಿಯೊಳಗೆ ಅವನ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಜೂಲಿಯಟ್ ಎದ್ದು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಮಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್ or all those people, those who present there, so Juliet was looking most beautiful for the eyes of Romeo. So she hangs upon the cheek of night, that is, she was hanging like rich jewel in the Ethiopian lady's ear, that is Ethiopia's ear. So it seems that she hangs upon the cheek of night as a rich jewel in an Ethiopian's ear. That is, once again we will analyze these three lines. That is, Romeo is trying to say that his girl Juliet was having that much of capacity to make torch to burn brightly. That means that much of energy, that much of glory she was having, the beauty she was having, that she could make anything in the surrounding or in the atmosphere, in the nature, she could make beautiful, or she could make them to look attractive. And even she says that she was hanging upon the cheek of night like a rich jewel which would be hanging in the ear of an Ethiopian lady. That means she was looking very attractive, beautiful for the eyes of the Romeo, and she seemed very beautiful, the most beautiful woman or the girl or the lady of the world for the eyes of our hero Romeo. Okay. Now, beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. This line we have to emphasize, because this word is given two different meanings according to the context here. This we ought to observe. Yes. So beauty too rich for use. So beauty too rich for use, extremely rich here. So extremely rich, beauty too rich for use, or too dear, rare. But here also this also gives the same meaning. Too rich for use gives the same meaning, rare. Okay, few, but too rich for use. So if you take beauty too rich for use, if you take this beauty as a kind of asset, like jewel, it is extremely rich. But beauty, if you find what is beauty actually? An abstract element. Nouns kalde. the grammar generally abstract. What is abstract? Anything which is felt but not seen. But beauty we can see, but we cannot touch it. Okay, it is abstract material. Knowledge, abstract material. Sense, abstract material. IQ, abstract material. So like that, beauty too rich for use. In extremely rich after her beauty is so rich that cannot be found in anybody else there. That cannot be found in anybody else. That is, her beauty is also so rare. Too rich or too dear, same one or the other way it is in the same contrast, that her beauty is so rich that cannot be found anywhere. So her beauty is so rare. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. That is, her beauty is so rich for it. That is, her beauty is so rare or very rich, which cannot be found easily in anybody or everybody there. And for earth too dear, for earth too dear. If you try to search that kind of beauty of the beauty of Juliet, that is, if you try to find out a girl or a lady of the type of the beauty of Juliet, you cannot find, because her beauty is non-comparable. Her beauty is not a kind of a beauty which could be found easily in each and every one. She had such a kind of a beauty that which was unique. Her beauty could not be found in any corner of the world except in Juliet. That means she is a single person, one who is having that kind of the beauty. That is, her beauty is very extremely costly. In what way? That is, it could not be found in any corner, and her beauty is so rare. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. So then, so shows a snowy dove trooping with crows, ears under lady over her fellow shows. Let us go with these two lines. That is, here he says that, so shows a snowy dove. Who shows here? Romeo shows. Romeo shows a snowy white colored. Snow ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತದಪ್ಪ? ಹಿಮ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತದ? White color. Snowy dove. Dove ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Okay, pigeon, ಪಾರಿವಾಳ. Snowy dove. Snowy dove, white colored dove. What is the indication of white colored dove? Dove pigeon. So white colored dove looks very attractive compared to the black colored or brown colored something. So white colored dove looks so beautiful, snowy dove. Okay, and where it was found? It was found trooping and moving here and there. Moving here and there. Trooping with whom? Trooping with crows. Crows are there. Trooping with crows. Crows ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಕಾಗೆಗಳು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಗೆಗಳ ಗುಂಪಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಪಾರಿವಾಳ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪಾರಿವಾಳನ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೋ ಆ ಥರ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಂದಿ ನಡುವ ಯಾರೆಂದು ಕಾಣ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹಂಗಾರೆ ಜೂಲಿಯಟ್ ಎಂದು ಕಾಣ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಹಂಗಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡವ್ ಯಾರು? ಜೂಲಿಯಟ್. ಕ್ರೋಸ್ ಯಾರು? ಅದರ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್. This is comparison of Juliet, which has been described by Romeo. So he says that is here in this line, he says that he feels that because he found Juliet dancing on the dance floor there. Because when he has come there to the grand supper of old Lord Capulet, only to see the Rosalind, but accidentally his eye fell on Juliet. He has come there to see the Rosalind, but he saw the Juliet And when he saw the Juliet, one was enjoying the party which has been organized by her father, and she was busy in dancing with her friends. That means here in this case, Romeo's intense desire to have her in his life was not known to Juliet. She was simply just enjoying the company of her friends with whom she was dancing, she was singing, and she was just making fun. She was not at all knowing any expression of Romeo towards her, and she was not at all involved in a case like love. Simply she was aloof. So it is his feelings he was expressing here. And he even says that she looked like a white colored dove in the company of crows. ಕಾಗೆಗಳ ಗುಂಪಿನೊಳಗ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪಿಜನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹಂಸ ಅಡ್ಡಾಡಿದಾಗ ಚಂದ ಕಾಣುವಷ್ಟೇ ಎದ್ದು ಕಾಣ್ತಾವು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಟೂರ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ಟು ಡಿಯರ್, ಸೊ ಶೋಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಡವ್ ಟ್ರೂಪಿಂಗ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ವಿತ್ ಕ್ರೌಸ್ as yonder lady over her fellow shoes. Elegantly, as she looked like a dove among the company of crows. As yonder lady, kai ಮಾಡ್ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. As yonder lady, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, as yonder ಅಂದ್ರೆ over there, ಅಲ್ಲಿ as yonder lady, ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಮಗಳು, ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ ಲೇಡಿ. She looked like that, she looks like that ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. As yonder lady, okay, over, as yonder lady, over her fellow shoes, she was looking like the pigeon among the company of the crows. She refers to Juliet, as I told, especially the feminine words which are used, usually they are referred to show about Juliet. That is, Juliet looked like the white colored pigeon among the company of the crows, and crows are none other than her fellow beings or her friends. Okay. Then what they were doing, as already I told, Juliet was dancing. Juliet was dancing with her friends, and she was enjoying the party organized by her father. The measure done here, the measure in the context, in this context, measure of activity and yavado, but ee context odaga measure annu use madiddu dance anta helidhu. Done, ended. The measure done, the dance ended. That is the dance which the Juliet was doing with her friends, with her fellow beings, and there only she looked like the pigeon, that is dove for the eyes of our hero, and the hero is Romeo. Okay, the measure done, and he even says that he was expressing it before her friends. Okay, so his friends. So he says, I will watch a place of stand. So in what way he was infatuated, in what way he was attracted, though she left the place, his eyes from the place where his girl Juliet stood, those eyes have not moved away from there. Left the ದಿಟ್ಟಿಸಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತ ನಿಂತಿದ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರವ, ಜೂಲಿಯಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೋದ್ರು, ಆಮ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತ ನಿಂತಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಸ್ಥಳದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವನು ನೆಟ್ಟಂತ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸರಿದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ. The desert, I will watch a place of stand. Okay, ಅಕ್ಕಿ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರು ಆಕೆ ನಿಂತ ಸ್ಥಳ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಅಕ್ಕಿ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರು ಆಕೆ ನಿಂತ ಸ್ಥಳ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ. The desert done, I'll watch a place of stand. That is, he wanted to make himself blessed by seeing the place where she stood, touching her. So these all things were his dreams. By seeing the beauty of the Juliet in the party, that is grand supper organized by old Lord Capulet. And we have to keep in the mind, Juliet was the daughter of old Lord Capulet. Old Lord Capulet had arch rivalry with the Montagues, and Romeo was the boy of the Montagues family. It is not so easy to have any kind of alliance, that is marriage or something else, of these two families easily. It's not difficult. It would be an impossible thing. Okay, this you have to keep in the mind. But then also, by knowing all these things, Romeo was stepping ahead to love a girl from his enemy family. And touching hers, make blessed my rude hand. He says that his hands were so rude. Rude is roughly formed at the bottom, so roughly formed as smooth. Opposite the smoothness is rough. Okay, usually male's hand. How done? So he says that he asked the measure, that is the dance was ended, and he wanted to make himself satisfied by seeing the place where his girl stood. And even he says that he wanted to touch her now. He wanted to go and touch her, so smooth skinned girl or the lady. So he wanted to touch her, and by touching her, he wanted to make his rude hand blessed. And he wanted to make his hands blessed means what? He wanted to have the feeling of touching the most beautiful girl of the world as according to him, and he wanted to feel that happiness of touching his girl. Oh, I touched her, I am very happy. So he wanted to go and touch her and make blessed his rude hand. So these were his words which he expressed about Juliet. Okay. One thing we have to find, he was a playboy. Playboy means what? A kind of a boy, one who used to get infatuated by the beauty of any girl, and sometimes, according to the critique of the William Shakespeare and some of the people, those who have written the critique about TK on Shakespeare's writings, Romeo's nature was whatever he felt about Juliet not till now. So he used to feel about any girl whenever he sees a new girl. Whenever he sees a new girl, he used to feel like about any girl. So now, whether it is love or infatuation, there is a slight gap between infatuation and the love. The infatuation, if it continues, it is love. Pretends, it is just end of that. That is flirting it is. So he was a great flirting person. Who? Romeo. So he was not at all as a kind of a person who used to take these kind of things serious. But we have to see what happened this time. So that's why he is asking his heart, did my heart love till now? Whether it was infatuation, or whether it was just infatuation because she looked beautiful for his eyes and he wanted to see her until his heart says okay, and wanted to touch her, and used to go away, I touched the most beautiful girl, and next time another beautiful girl. So whether it was like that or whether his heart was really involved towards the girl, that he was asking himself. He was asking the question, did my heart love till now, till forswear sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night. And once again he is confirming it, that he has not simply involved with the girl only to flirt or certain things, but he is really involved with the girl as he has fallen in love with her. So he is confirming his love. As he has fallen in love with the girl, that did my heart love till now, forswear it. Forswear it means what? Confirming by swearing. Adi hakudu, pramana manudu. So he says, oh really, promise anta. That is, he is saying that because he says that, he confirms that he has really started loving the girl, because till now he has not met that kind of true beauty. He has not seen that kind of true beauty which he found in Juliet. So in the last line of this dialogue of Romeo in the verse form says that, for I never saw true beauty till this night. He hadn't seen the true beauty like Juliet till that night. That means he confirms that he is really involved in the beauty of the Juliet, and he wanted to get himself involved in love, with Juliet. So here, in short, we have come to know that Romeo has come over there to the party organized by the old Lord Capulet, and he has come there to see the Rosalind. And accidentally he saw the Juliet dancing on the dance floor, and as he started to admire her beauty, he felt infatuated, and later on his infatuation has turned into love, and he wanted to express his love to the Juliet, because till now he had not expressed his love. Till now he had not expressed his love. Okay, and now let us see what happens after expression of his love, because if you want to know the certain full things, you could read the Romeo and Juliet play. Okay, but here now when he expressed his love, and later on Juliet also falls in love. Juliet also falls in love with Romeo, and they wanted to marry, and in certain stories we feel that they got married, and this Montagues they were not allowing Romeo to get involved with Juliet, and Juliet's parents, especially father, has not allowed her to go out only, has caught her, and locked her in a particular place. That is, Juliet was not allowed to even to have a glance of Romeo, with whom she used to love, and she used to meet, in a very secret way. She was simply locked, and when she was not allowed to come out, what were her feelings and what she expressed, these all things we will learn in the next class. Thank you.